ODI of the 3-match series. Now the series is all but done. Bangladesh have won the first 2 games. Both were thrillers, honestly. And Mehdi Hassan Miraz has been a standout performer in both the games. In the first, India put up a very low score, batting first, and then Bangladesh almost made a meal out of it while chasing. But then Mehdi Hassan Miraz came out with a brilliant knock of his and took Bangladesh over the line. The second game, Litton thus opted to bat first. Bangladesh again didn't look set to, put up a very good score, but then again, Mehdi Hassan Miraz comes in. He builds this huge partnership with Mahmudullah, the veteran player of the Bangladesh team, and then they take them to almost a very, very healthy score. And when India comes back to chase, India lose their batters early, their top order batters early. We see Rohit Sharma being injured in the first half while during Bangladesh's innings, and then when India comes into bat, they lose their top order early. There is a big partnership between Shreyas Iyer and Akshar Patel, but once both of them go out, it was all but just a matter of time. We didn't see the lower order perform much. Deepak Chahar, who was also injured while bowling, who has seemingly pulled a hamstring yet again and is back to NCA. And he also didn't could contribute much. Shardul Thakur has been very average with the bat in the last few days. And even though Rohit Sharma did come back from the hospital after he had gone for some scans, so apparently he had to go through some stitches on his left hand well-being, and then he had to come back and bat. That was a brave decision from the Indian captain to come back and bat, but then the target was too high maybe to take India over the line. So it was 2-0 for India, 2-0 against India, and now this last match is just to save some blushes. So I'll just take you through the playing 11. So Bangladesh are playing almost the same team. It's just 2 changes and they have already won the series, so it will be just an experiment for them. They are playing Anamul Haq, Litton Das the skipper. Comes in Yasir Ali, Shakib Al Hassan, Mushfiqur Rahim the wicket keeper, Mahmudullah, Afif Hussain, Mehdi Hassan Miraz, the standout performer of the series, Ibadat Hussain, Mustafizur Rahman, and Taskin Ahmed. So Taskin Ahmed is back. We knew he was out of the first 2 games. He also had sustained an injury after coming back from the World Cup, and he had been a standout performer, the standout bowler in the T20 World Cup as well. So it needs to be seen how Taskin performs tonight. And then India has also made 2 changes, which are obviously forced changes. Now Rohit Sharma has gone back to Bombay. It's still a doubt if he will be in the playing 11 when India start playing the tests from December 14th in the same venue at Chattogram. So Ishan Kishan is replacing Rohit Sharma, and Kuldeep Yadav, the spinner who has been called in because of these injury plagues that India has been suffering. So Kuldeep Yadav has been replacing Deepak Chahar. So that's not a like-to-like replacement. Deepak Chahar obviously gives you a batting option and also the swing and everything, but Kuldeep Yadav is a different entity altogether. So it needs to be seen what this combination does it for India. So with the ODI World Cup coming next year, injuries are one of the biggest issues that India is facing right now. You have your premier batter, you have your captain out, Rohit Sharma. You don't have your top order is not performing as expected. Rahul was good in the first ODI, but then in the second he couldn't score many runs yet again. So Virat Kohli and Shikhar Dhawan, they haven't contributed either in the first 2 games. And then coming to the middle order, I think Shreyas Iyer is the only consistent performer that we have seen in the last few months rather. In this format especially, he scored a brilliant century against in the home series against South Africa. He and Ishan and him had a really good partnership in that one game, and we really need to see what happens today because there has been a lot of talk around what India being the hosts, and if this is the the present situation that how India is performing. When they went to Bangladesh, nobody expected them to lose a series like this. At least you expect a team like India to put Bangladesh in some trouble at some point of time and then at least take it to a decider. Bangladesh have completely run over India, and they have given really no chance to the Indians, the visitors, to put up a good show. Even there have been slight flickers of brilliance from someone like Rohit Sharma, who came into bat with an injury, or Shreyas Iyer, who has been pretty much consistent. He has been slow while he's picking up pace in the initial part of his innings, but then he has played some good shots as well. So, but 1 or 2 performers don't make it a good outing for a team. So we need to see what happens today because it's a test. It's a test for KL Rahul, not just for KL Rahul's captaincy, because after a point of time, we see him maybe taking up the role of the captain of this Indian team. And so it's a test for him. It's also a test for Virat Kohli, Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar Dhawan, especially because Virat Kohli more or less has a spot seal in that World Cup squad that is going to play in the next year around October. But then Shikhar Dhawan doesn't have it. He's already 37, and with the scores that he has scored has in the last few months, it's really tough to gauge if he will be a part of that squad. And this might be his last chance. This ODI. CD, this ODI, if he will perform today, he might just get a look into that squad. The selectors might still think to give him a chance, but we don't know. So Ishan Kishan will be opening with Shikhar Dhawan today, presumably. So Ishan Kishan also has a big chance out here to prove himself. He has been on and off of the team. There has been a lot of talk around why he is not being played regularly. But then there is India definitely suffers from a huge talent pool, which has become a problem for them at times. But then with all these injuries, like Rahul said in the at the toss, that it's also good for some of the youngsters that if these big players are missing out, they also get a chance to play them. So it will be also a big test for India to see if for Ishan Kishan rather, to prove his point that he can also be a good batting option at the top of the order. And then also Kuldeep Yadav, who is replacing Deepak Chahar today, he has been also one of the team. Blame his form, but in the last few months he has been in good touch, and it needs to be seen what he does today. So that's it for now. We'll join you back for the review show. Have a nice day.